Benfica do it again. They have picked up Andreas Schjelderup, an amazing, young, talented player from Norwegian. And of course, he's from Bodo Glimt. Who is this guy? Why do I rate him so highly? I've watched him a couple of times in Norwegian, and they have been amazing this season. That club always producing talents like Kudus, by the way, from Ajax. And they only pick him up for 10 million euros. I guarantee you, I said this about Enzo Fernandez when Benfica signed Enzo Fernandez. Andreas will go not this summer, but most likely in 2024 or 2025, he will go for 80 million. This is an exceptional talent that Benfica have picked up. The close control, the skills that he has, the willingness, the shooting, almost complete package. And he can build that further at Benfica. The right environment, the way they promote young players. Andreas selected the perfect scenario for him in his next step in his career. And all I can do is applaud Benfica. This is why I rate Benfica, Ajax, and all of these clubs. Dortmund, even though Dortmund haven't performed well in the last couple of seasons, they take risks. They see that the youth talent is there because football is a difficult environment nowadays. You see Chelsea, you see United, you see PSG, you see Barcelona. All these clubs do is just spend. They don't trust in the young players. Maybe some clubs do, of course, like United and Barcelona, but you have to be smart nowadays. If you are Ajax, if you are Benfica, Porto, Napoli, you have to be smart in the market. And that's what I appreciate. This is why I hated the Super League idea. Hopefully it never comes because Benfica have a legitimate chance of making it to the semifinals of the Champions League. You heard it here first. They have a legitimate chance of making it to the Champions League semifinals. And picking up a player like Andreas, while it might not make them solidified semifinalists, him coming to the club brings competition. Players from Benfica might be like, Andreas Schjelderup, who is he? Who? They're going to find out quickly who he is because he is going to be an exceptional player. And maybe this is a position where Benfica needed to bolster up it. They have Rafa Silva, João Mario, David Neres. Andreas can learn from Rafa Silva, for example. You see he has the speed, he has the skills, he has the great decision making. Andreas can learn from that. Another thing for Andreas, he's got to build his physical stature because he's a very skinny player. He's got to build that up a little bit, especially in the Champions League where it's very physical and the intensity is there. The Danish league, love the league, always producing talent, but it's just the speed is not there compared to the Champions League. So Andreas needs to build that. But Benfica, I love it. A lot of people and a lot of clubs do not go into the Scandinavian market. Norway, Denmark, Sweden, I'm not including Finland because Finland's not part of Scandinavia. But if you want to say the Nordic countries, unfortunately Finland, my home country by the way, people if you didn't know, we just don't produce talents like Andreas. I wish we did and hopefully they will soon be coming. But Benfica were smart. They said, okay, he's not going to cost a lot of money, but he has the talent to be, I'm not saying a João Felix, but in a similar mode of a player in a way where he's very creative, can score, can get you assists. But I don't think he's no João Felix yet. Could he get there? Who knows? Because João Felix was amazing for Benfica for those 6 months. People, he was out of this world. So all I can do is just applaud Benfica because they take risks. They understand that they don't have the money or the capacity to compete with the likes of PSG, like who was in their Champions League group stage opponent. But they are going to be smart. And Roger Schmidt is building something great. I hope Enzo Fernandez, it looks like he did the badge thing, people. Now, if he goes against his word, he is going to be the number one enemy for Benfica fans if he still leaves in this January transfer window. I don't think it's happening. I said this with Enzo. Stay at Benfica. You guys are going to have an amazing season. Yes, it's going to be a huge competition with Porto and maybe even Braga if, Braga want to stay in the league title race. But you can just see they have a great chance of making the semifinals of the Champions League. You have Club Brugge. Club Brugge who are in a bit of a disarray at the moment, bringing in Scott Parker. You're bringing Andreas, and you're also going to bring in, apparently, Kasper Tengstedt from Rosenborg. Nah, get out of here, man. Talent ID. You need this in football if you are somewhat, I guess, a club that cannot financially compete. Gotta be smart in the transfer window. Benfica are showing it. They're showing the DNA. They're showing the nous. They're showing the true capabilities. If you just go out of your league or in your region and just explore. There is talent all over the world, people. There's so many talented footballers. It's just about bringing them in the right environment at the right time. And I'm happy for Andreas. I'm happy for Benfica fans. They're going to have an amazing season. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you are a Norwegian fan, if you're a Bodo Glimt fan, because obviously he comes from the Bodo Glimt Academy, and we have seen what Bodo Glimt have produced in the last couple of seasons. So I want to hear your thoughts. How good of a signing is this? I hope he stays for a long time. I want to see him stay at Benfica for at least 2 to 3 years. I think it will massively improve him as a player. If he goes next summer, 2024, okay, I get it, Andreas. You want to make a big move to, I guess, a bigger club, even though Benfica are a huge club, by the way, people. But this is a great opportunity. And Benfica fans, get excited. You have signed a gem of a player. A gem. So let me hear your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. And adios.
Explain something.